I come to worship God tonight. I come to praise. I come to make that spiritual connection tonight. That things are going on in my life, but I'm not going to give up on God. I'm not going to stay home from church. I'm not going to stay home from radical worship. I am going to come. It just reminds me of another fellow who had a conversation with, bring up the, I think is it Daniel or whatever? Another conversation that I had with this brother in the Buckle, Samuel. I was at church one day, praising God and worshiping God. And I noticed that one of my friends wasn't there, by the name of Brother David. So I couldn't stop worshiping, but I just pulled out my phone. I know I shouldn't have had my phone on, but I had to send David a text. David, we down at New Life, worshiping God. Where you at? David, we down at New Life, radical praise. Where you at, man? We down here singing, down here praising, and we down here having a good time. David, where you at, man? And David sent me a text saying, man, I'm at home. I'm in a situation. I'm in sorrow. I'm suffering. And I'm having a pity party all by myself. David texted me and said, you know, you don't understand, Pastor Richardson, my son just died. And I'm at the lowest point in my life. And I had to be careful because I didn't want the pastor to catch me texting while he was preaching. But I had to send David one more text. I had to say, David, don't forget what the Lord has done for you. I know you're down now. I know you're deep in sorrow now. But let your mind think back where the Lord has brought you from. And I could see David sending me one more text. Pastor Richardson, when I thought about the goodness of the Lord and all that he's done for me, I had to get up and get washed up and get cleaned up and come on down to the house of the Lord. And David said, once I got down there, I got so happy that I started dancing. I started running. I started clapping. I started singing. And the goodness of the Spirit of the Lord filled this place. And people got saved. Why? Because he learned to worship God through his circumstance. He learned to come to church and worship in him. Somebody that's sitting here today, sitting here tonight, you didn't just skate this way, but you had to go through something to get here. You had to go through hell and hot water. Some of you have to finish an argument when you get back home. Some of you have to deal with some things and put it back on hold. But because you learned to worship God through your circumstance, you here tonight. And I want to let you know God's going to bless you. I say God's going to bless you. God is going to bless you. God is going to bless you. God is going to bless you as you worship God through your circumstance.